Oh, folks. This is a fight that for once I'm glad I got it wrong. I'm glad I got this wrong. I'm glad I was wrong on so many levels when I predicted this fight. I'm glad I was. Folks, I call it karma. I call this particular fight karma. Roxanne Modafferi and Vivane Araujo. I actually predicted. I said, hey, you know what? Well, I won't tell you what I predicted. That might just spoil who won the fight. Let me talk about the fight. So Roxanne Modafferi, the sneaky veteran, wily veteran, very tough. Roxanne Modafferi is a tough opponent for anybody in the octagon. She tough. And don't let the record fool you, okay? When you look at Roxanne Modafferi, don't look at this face and think of weakness, okay? She far from weak. Roxanne Modafferi is probably one of the most dangerous opponents in the flyweight division. And I say that with a lot of balance. She's probably one of the most dangerous opponents in the flyweight division with a 25-18 record. Yeah. Because you never know which version of Roxanne Modafferi you get. You don't know. You don't know if you're going to get the Roxanne that's just, falling to the wayside. Or you don't know if you're going to get the Roxanne Modafferi that's performing like a damn all-star. So I flipped the coin. And I said, I wonder what version of Roxanne Modafferi am I going to get? Well, round one, Roxanne Modafferi surprisingly elected to stand most of this round with Vivane Araujo. And I'm like, wow. And of course, Roxanne Modafferi took a well-deserved ass whooping. Okay? Roxanne, that's not your strong point. That's not what, Roxanne tried to bang with the banger. And boy, Roxanne Modafferi got dropped. I'm talking about Vivane Araujo hit her with an overhand right. I'm talking about she cracked Roxanne upside that coconut melon ass head of hers. And Roxanne got dropped. I said, boy, could things just get any worse for Roxanne Modafferi? Dang it, Roxanne. Man, I guess you got to be aware of when you talk to the fans like that. We'll talk about that later. Roxanne got dropped. You know what? I like the offense of Vivane Araujo. You know what she did? She varied it up. And man, she was delivering some nasty body punches to Roxanne. And Roxanne ate them body punches, but Roxanne didn't like them. And I think the body punches hurt Roxanne worse than the headshots. Man, look, Roxanne's face was lumped up. Roxanne looked like she had a face full of titties on her face. And I said, dang, Vivane Araujo is tearing this woman up, man. I mean, she tearing Roxanne up. And so, I looked at this, I said, man, if this fight continues the way it is, Roxanne is going to get hurt. Roxanne going to get seriously hurt. So, Roxanne goes for a takedown. I said, okay. This is Roxanne's chance. Man, look, Vivane Araujo reversed that, took Roxanne down. Okay, so people just thought that Vivane Araujo was just big, strong Brazilian woman with no BJJ. And, I always tell people, no matter how many times I tell people, that if a fighter comes from Brazil and if they lived in Brazil for some period of time, they all roll on the mat. They all go on the mat, y'all. All of them do. They don't just stand and strike. Even if the person don't do MMA, if they do like a version of kickboxing and boxing, those Brazilians, they all, any kind of combatant, they all take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They all do. Okay, I'm telling you, it is that's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil. That's like, it's a culture thing, okay? You even have a lot of non-fighters that take Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, okay? It's just something that they do over there. So it's like, okay, Vivane Araujo, pretty much dominated Roxanne at her own game, and that's going to the ground. Round two, I started to wonder though, okay, was Vivane Araujo going to be able to keep this pace up? Was she going to be able to do it? And in round two, for, I'll say the first good half of the round, Vivane Araujo was winning that round, but then I saw she started to fade just a little bit. And I saw Roxanne Modafferi actually starting to put pressure. And see, I think Roxanne was trying to put pressure on Vivane Araujo in the first round, but she just kept getting hit, man, and clipped and clipped. And see, if she'd have kept doing that in the first round, she definitely would have got, she probably could have got stopped. Vivane probably would have stopped Roxanne if she'd have, tried to put that serious pressure. But then again, Roxanne got a chin. So see, now when I flip the coin and I play devil's advocate, okay, when I play the devil's advocate, okay, now I can say, well, Roxanne could have put the pressure on her and continued to tire this girl out. Because I said that one thing that Vivane Araujo lacks is stamina. She don't have it. She still don't have it. And I think the more Roxanne could have pressured her and really put the pressure on her, I think Roxanne would have gave herself more of a chance. But in round 2, Roxanne started to come back. You can start to see that Vivane Araujo was starting to fade a little bit, but she was still landing. I gave round 2 to Vivane Araujo, and I can tell when she got really, really exhausted because she did a takedown. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. This even prompted me to do a film study. Vivane Araujo, man, her takedowns, when she got the takedown, Vivane don't just go for the takedown and just try to like take your legs from up under you. Vivane goes, she takes you down, she lifts you up, and then she picks you up and then she puts you down to ensure that she gets the takedown. And it was one of the most beautifulest things that I ever seen. Round 3, Vivane, she looked a little fresher in round 3. That was for about a minute. Okay, after about a minute, Vivane she was exhausted. And so Roxanne started really putting that pressure on Vivane. And I'm going to tell you something, man. Vivane, she won the round. Okay, and Vivane even got her own takedown in round 3. Vivane won the round, but I'm going to tell y'all, man. I think if Roxanne Modafferi could have extended this, if this would have been a 5-round fight, I actually do believe Roxanne would have won this fight. Vivane Araujo, damn, she's so good, man. She is very good. And I'm talking about she's good enough to fight for the belt. But I don't think Vivane Araujo can fight 5 rounds. I don't think she can make it. Okay, I have no doubt. I don't think she can make it because the girl's stamina was gone in round 3. It was non-existent. Okay, after about a minute she did good, but then after that, that was it. Okay, I don't think this girl can survive 5 rounds. And see, Roxanne Modafferi, she never really had a chance to take this girl into deep waters. She never, ever, okay? She never had a chance to take the fight into deep waters. And I'm sitting here like, damn, okay? So she don't have a chance to take into deep waters. Roxanne really was just kind of getting hit, man. That's what it was. So I kind of worry about that. I think Vivane Araujo is competitive. And she took out a top flyweight, okay? Roxanne is good, okay? And I'm not going to sit on here. I'm not a huge fan of Roxanne. But I got to come on here and tell y'all, Roxanne is dangerous. Okay, she's dangerous. Vivane Araujo, she dominated this fight. But there's the but. Can Vivane Araujo make it 5 rounds? My answer right now is no, okay? I don't think she can do it. It was a good win. It was a great win, and I was pulling for Vivane to win. But imagine if she can get in there like with a Talia Santos who got stamina for days. Like Talia Santos taking the deep waters, it's a wrap. Or Katlyn Chookagian, can take in the deep waters. Might be a wrap. I still think Vivane could beat Katlyn Chookagian. I think that could happen. But if Katlyn taking the deep waters, that's it. You got any of these fighters that can put you in deep waters, I think Vivane Araujo is going to lose. She's got to address the cardio. She got to do it, man. And, there's ways to do it, man. It's ways to do it. There are a lot of ways to address a person's stamina, but she's got to do that. Because that's the huge thing that I see in her game. The rest of her game is tight. Her game is tight, man. Vivane Araujo smoked Roxanne Modafferi.